Hello everyone, this is Kevin Zhao. In this chapter, we will learn how to evaluate a stock's intrinsic value. Both the dividend discount models and the P/E multiple methods will be introduced, along with other alternative relative valuation metrics. The fundamental analysis of stock emphasizes on seeking intrinsic value of stock based on company's business fundamentals, such as sales, growth, earnings, dividends, and so on. Three stock evaluation methods will be introduced in this chapter. First, dividend discount models. Second, P/E ratio. And the third, alternative relative valuation metrics. In theory, a security's price should equal to the sum of the present values of its all future cash flows. Therefore, the stock price should equal to the sum of present values of all its future dividends. In this equation, these are future dividends, and K is the discount rate. Yet, implementing the dividend discount model could be technically difficult because, first, there is infinite number of items in the equation. Second, there is great uncertainty in future dividend payments. And the third, dividends may grow in the future at a different pace during different time periods. So we needed to develop several alternative models to address those issues. If there's no growth in dividends, then the problem can be easily solved by applying the mechanism of perpetuity. The future dividend payments with the equal amount in a stock can be viewed as a perpetuity. The price of such stock equals constant dividend, the constant dividend divided by the discount rate. This is the case for preferred stock valuation. If we assume that the dividend will grow at a constant rate, say G, then the stock price equals the next period dividend D1 divided by the difference between the discount rate K and the growth rate G. This is known as constant growth model. The constant growth model reveals that there are three fundamental factors that determine stock prices: the dividend, the growth rate, and the discount rate. Both dividend and the discount rate have positive relation with stock prices. The discount rate, or the required rate return for stock, has negative relationship with the stock prices. If we assume that dividend will grow at a different paces during different time periods, then a multiple stage model may be used to evaluate its intrinsic value. There are some limitations in using the multiple stage models. From the constant growth model, we can see that required rate return of stock is consist of two components: the dividend yield and the capital gain yield. The capital gain yield is captured by the growth rate. In case where companies do not pay dividends, the free cash flow methods need to be used to evaluate stock prices. The free cash flow is very similar to dividends, although it is paid to shareholders as dividend, but it is not paid to shareholders as dividend, but it stays within the firm and it still belongs to shareholder. The free cash flow model simply uses the free cash flows to replace dividends in various models. If we found that current stock price is much higher or lower than its intrinsic value, then we should sell or short sell or buy it. P/E multiple is the ratio of current stock price and earnings per share. It is the most popular method used by investors to evaluate a stock's relative value. P/E multiple can be viewed as the price that investors need to pay to get $1 earnings per share constantly in the future years. Generally, low P ratio indicates a good deal. To forecast stock price, we simply calculate the product of P ratio and expect earnings. P ratio is one of the many relative valuation metrics that can be used to make peer comparison. P/B ratio is another example of relative valuation measure. B is a book value per share. P ratio is useful. P/B ratio is a useful alternative when P ratio fails valuation mission, when EPS is negative or a number close to zero. PS ratio, or the stock price to sales ratio, and EVA methods are often used by investors and as alternatives to their valuation. After introducing so many different stock valuation models, you may ask which one is the best. In theory, the discount cash flow method is the best, but it may be unrealistic because accurate estimates are extremely difficult. PE multiple is the most popular one. It serves the dual roles of estimating intrinsic value of the stock and relative valuation. All methods subject to estimation errors. Traditional methods do not apply to new economy stocks. This is Kevin Zhao. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next class.